All right. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning. We've got a special feature webinar for you with our partners over at Madison Energy. My name is Allison Coldaway. I'm our Senior Pricing and Solutions Analyst here at Box, and I'm joined by Scott Ebeling. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, everybody. Very excited today to have on the broadcast here, Will Geist, who is a partner of our energy and Madison Energy Partners, and they're going to show some really cool. You're going to show some really cool tools that can use to make your businesses that you serve more energy efficient. And these tools are utilized, and they're utilized by national brands. So they're very experienced, and they go nationally. But I'm gonna let Will take over here and really dig in deeper into what he has to discuss, and we'll save some time for some questions afterwards. So take it away, Will. Why don't you go introduce?
Yeah, thank you, Scott. Hey, I'm Will Geist. I am the CEO of Madison Energy. The company's been around for about 12 years now, and our focus is energy efficiency controls for refrigeration and HVAC. The pillars that we sort of stand on are that the technologies we carry are simple, effective, and they have a short ROI, an attractive ROI, anywhere between 12 and 18 months. The purpose of what we're going to talk about today is really about helping you guys build your businesses, bring value to the clients that you have, and ultimately close more deals. With the economy, with the way it is right now, the cost of everything is up, right? And so I imagine there are some difficult conversations out there in terms of deregulated rates. If some contracts are up and people's prices are going up, it may be difficult to have that conversation and try to explain that and so forth. What Madison Energy has done is partnered with a couple different segments. Solar is one, deregulated energy is another, where we can make your approach more comprehensive and more valuable. And again, ultimately, we're gonna help you close more deals. Now, I'll say up front that we're here to do all the heavy lifting, right? I want to get you guys knowledgeable just enough to be dangerous, right? Just to get these clients to the table, and then we'll take it from there. We'll do all the conversations, the proposals. We'll manage the project. So I don't want you to worry about anything there. And we're a tier 1 company, right? We've done this for McDonald's, Taco Bell, Papa John's, Cracker Barrel, Waste Management, Johnson Controls, and the list goes on. So we're pretty good at it, and I think we can really bring some value to your business. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of details, but I do want to show you some of the products that we have, just so you can kind of see that value. In terms of the businesses that you're serving, I'm sure a lot of you do restaurants, convenience stores, things of that nature. This product here, the Energy Squared, is meant for any business that has walk-in coolers or freezers. And very simply, what this does is retrofits to the existing thermostat and provides a more accurate means of temperature measurement. By doing that, we're reducing compressor cycles, we're reducing energy consumption, and the ROI on this is it's about 12 months typically. Now, we're talking about energy reduction, right? Which is a little bit counterintuitive, because as an energy broker, that's how you guys get paid, right? On the kilowatt hours. So it takes a little bit of a different mindset with this, in terms of, it's more of a consultative method, right? If we can't get the client better rates, then we can still reduce their costs, because we're going to reduce the consumption. And so I would rather see you close the deal with the energy efficiency involved, right? Because you were able to bring that client some value, versus having to compete on price and being in a difficult, I don't want to say difficult conversation, but a little bit of an uphill battle, right? So you can see here some of the benefits, right? Energy reduction, or increasing the equipment lifespan. These are projects that the clients that you have are going to want to do anyway. Obviously, we do a revenue share, right? So whatever the number of units is, whatever the project looks like, there's a percentage in there for you. So you will get a cut of that as well. We handle everything from proposal all the way to installation. We handle the rebates. We do it all. The next product is the Intella ACC. Now, this is actually applicable to both refrigeration and HVAC. What we're doing is we're taking fan motors and we're turning them into variable speed, right? Rather than just run at 100%, right, 100 miles an hour the whole time, we're going to ramp the fan up and we're going to ramp the speed back down during the cycle based on the return air temperature. Overall energy savings are in the 20 to 40% range. And these two big words down here, the destratification and dehumidification, are big for a lot of commercial clients. A lot of clients have issues with stratification and humidity. And so we're able to have an effect on that, which is a really great benefit to them. Next one is the Intella HVAC. This is a 24-volt control. We are controlling on this one fan timing and compressor cycles. So what happened was the utilities did a study that found that HVAC systems lose 20 to 30% of their energy because the fan runs for the same length of time every time, and there are many cases when it's not long enough and you have what's called latent energy that gets left in the coil and dissipates. So the first thing that we do is put a variable timing mechanism on the fan. Essentially, to keep it simple, you're going to get all the fan you need, but none of what you don't. We're going to make sure you capture all the energy that you create and get it into the building. The second piece is the compressor cycle. So the situation is, and you'll see this only during the summertime or when it's hot. There are times when an HVAC unit runs for a period of time where the coil becomes fully energized. That means it's holding all the energy that it can. But the thermostat is still calling, so the compressor keeps running because it just doesn't know any better. So we're putting that intelligence in such that when the coil is fully energized, we turn that compressor off. It doubles the energy savings, right? So during the summertime, you're going to see 25, 30% at the HVAC units, which is pretty big. Very simple install, thermostat wires, lifetime warranty. There's no maintenance on any of this stuff that you guys see. And so these are some of the clients that we have that we've worked with. We've done projects for all of these guys, not necessarily all of their locations, but we've done projects for them. And that's it. I want to keep it simple today. And just, I'm putting this out to you guys that we can really contribute some significant value to the conversations that you're having with your commercial clients. Not only will you probably close more deals because you have that consultative approach where you're reducing their costs, not just through rates, but through efficiency. And we're going to close more deals with that. So, questions?
Hey, Will. Yeah, that was a great presentation. Very simple, concise, and just kind of really to the point. There's actually a lot more involved in this. It can be obviously much more involved to get into it, but like Will said, easier to do the heavy lifting. You can do these in regulated states. Or regulated states, sorry?
Yeah, we can do this in any state, right? I mean, we're nationwide with this. So if you've got a client that's a multi-site client and they have sites that are not in deregulated states, then this is a great option for them where you can reduce their costs, save them some money, and put some money on the table for you as well.
Excellent. And what's the process? How does that look? What's the kind of timeline from engaging a customer on this to the actual implementation?
So I think what we're going to do is this email down here, support@madisonenergygroup.com. That'll just be sort of the general place where you guys can contact us if you have leads. The process is such that you just coordinate the first phone call with the client to do the introduction. We'll handle the presentation, answer any questions. If it's necessary that we do a pilot program, we'll do all that. There's a lot of work that goes into some of these projects, and we'll handle all of that for you. I can tell you personal experience in the solar market where we're doing this. I'm watching solar reps close deals where they were nowhere near being the lowest price. And the reason that the client chose them was because of this comprehensive methodology, right? The fact that the client felt like, hey, these guys really care. They're trying to save me in all different ways and really do the right thing for me. So it's a different approach that comes out better in the long run. You end up doing more business.
Excellent. And just want to put that as well. If one of our consultants on the line here, one of our customer consultants is on the line here, and they contact you guys, make sure you mention that you're through. You actually have worked out a special arrangement with Will on kind of the commission structures, all that, and the partnership that we have with him. So either come to your account managers, our pricing desk, or strategic solutions team, or if you're contacting Will directly, just make sure you mention that you're through Box, so that everything can be worked out on that end. And any questions you have?
No, that was a great presentation, Will. Thank you so much for sharing with our broker community. This is really exciting stuff. You guys, as Will mentioned, this is really good stuff to be able to talk with your customer about. It's a much more valuable offering than negotiating, a tenth of a kilowatt hour. And it gives you something else, just another tool in your tool belt for conversations to have with the customer.
Yeah. And Will, we actually have some more questions. And for can the Attila HVAC be purchased outright?
By the client?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we offer multiple options. So they can purchase it outright. We do financing, which we structure as a lease for accounting purposes, but there's a buyout at the end. So it depends on the client and where they're at, right? So we've got options. I'm able to finance it internally, so there's no third party. We really don't. I say we don't have to qualify the client, right? But I mean, we do in a way. But I'm not taking their financial information. We're not putting UCC liens on anything. We've just been really fortunate that we never have any issues with that. So we can one way or the other, right? If they don't have the cash up front, we can stretch it out for them. We can make it cash flow positive, right? So if it's an 18-month ROI and we finance it for 36 months, they're cash flow positive right away.
Excellent. And another question is, does it require special training to be installed, or do you guys actually do the installation?
Yeah, we handle the installation completely. You guys are.
Excellent. And then final question we have here is, could I sell these, partner with local HVAC owners and help them sell it as well?
You could. The HVAC industry is very large, and it moves a little slow. Some of the HVAC guys get it and they like it, and others, it could be made out of pure gold and they wouldn't like it. So the thing with the HVAC companies to understand is these guys are fixers, right? They show up, they fix a problem, they leave. They don't necessarily do sales. Some of them are, if you find one that's a little bit more entrepreneurial. So just be mindful of that. But to give a broad answer, you can absolutely partner with all kinds of different things, right? That's what Madison Energy does. That's how we've developed our client relationships. So there are different kinds of potential partners out there, right? If you go to the solar companies, there's other energy efficiency companies. There's all kinds of things you could do. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
Excellent. Thanks, Will. And with that, is there a minimum size customer? Since you guys have been doing a lot of the legwork on this installing, what's your minimum size customer?
We want to focus on multi-site customers, but I don't turn anybody down, right? The only time that becomes a threshold is if they want to do pilot program. For that, we want them to be of a certain size because that pilot program has an expense to it, right? We've got to send guys out to do multiple installs. I've got engineering and all that stuff. So typically for that, we want them to have about 10 sites. But even if they have less than that, we've kind of gone to a model where we'll propose a smaller project, still have the client pay for it, but it's less, right? And we give them a money back guarantee and all of that. And the reason why that's a little bit better is because if we can get a client to write us a check for 1,000, we can get them to write it for 100,000. So it's just starting that transaction and getting in that process is important. So, but we'll deal with that with the individual clients as we go.
Great, appreciate it. And just want to let everybody know we do have some one-pager PDFs, things like that. We'll be distributing those shortly on early presented here. This will also be being recorded, so this will be out there as well shortly. And I just want to close up here, as Ali said, this is another tool in the toolbox, really to be a full-service consultant to your customers, and really by bringing this value and solutions like this, by bringing value and solutions like this, you can win the customer not just for that next contract, but really for the long term, for life. That's really should be the end goal, is thinking long term like that. And this is a changing world here. There's a lot more things off this time, I think, and Will touched on it. With these higher prices, customers are very receptive to solutions now to cut their energy costs. And you can be the one that brings those solutions. And that's what we're here all about. Our team here that we're building out and everything we have the capabilities of. It's not just these efficiency stuff. It's also demand response. And we can do custom proposals. We can do custom contract negotiation, viewing and reviewing. We can do it all. And just engage our team here. We're here to help you guys win business. Solely that's what we are. We're here to help you guys win business. We don't charge extra for these extra services. So we look forward to working with our partners, kicking some butt here next year.
Yep. Tune in a couple weeks. We've got our next market and supply services update. I think that's 2 weeks from today. Yeah. And we'll be back talking with you guys again about custom products, custom contract negotiations, some of the other fun stuff that Scott mentioned. So thank you guys so much for joining us this morning, and have a good Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.